Hey guys, so I just, decided I should teach y'all how to make a double piston extender. It's actually a lot simpler than you'd think. First, we're going to want circuit 1, which literally this is the shape. You're going to want to lay this out like this with 3 ticks. And then up here, place those 2 pistons, the piston there, go under, put a piston there, do that, and replace this with a 2-tick repeater. Place whatever block you would like to move, and power it. So, I decided knowing how to do something is not nearly as important as knowing how it works. So first, I'm going to teach you how circuit 1 here works. Circuit 1 basically just makes these 2 pistons go back. And the way that works is this one is at the perfect delay so that it works as quickly as possible, but not too fast to be able to pull this one back before it extends. If I just have a redstone dust here and I activate this, then they'll both retract at the same time, meaning that this piston will just stay here because pistons cannot retract powered pistons. So we need that at a 3-tick delay to pull it back. But then there's a problem. This part doesn't go back. So after it's all pulled back, we'll need something to pull it back, but just for 1 tick. So that's why here we have circuit 2. And this needs to be slower than this. This needs to be faster than this, but slower than this. So, that's 2 ticks, while this is 3 ticks. So that it activates the observer, which then powers this piston, which makes it... Well, I'm just going to show you. It powers this piston, which pulls back the waxed lightly weathered cut copper stairs, or whatever block you might want to use. Now, if you are using slime blocks here, then you might run into a problem. And while I do not personally like the way it looks, you probably won't be using your double piston extenders like visible in actual builds, so just put an obsidian there and it works perfectly fine. But if you're doing it up, then you might realize that, yeah. So in that case, you would want it facing this way. So circuit 2 would wrap around the other side, which is less compact, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And yes, this does work perfectly fine with it wrapping all the way around. Just, kind of ugly. So now you may be wondering, what could we do with use of a double piston extender? And, well, there are a lot of things. When making a circuit as big as this, you do have to remember one thing. And that's that they might interfere with each other. But luckily, we're on Bedrock. And quasi-connectivity isn't a thing. Which is really helpful for us in this situation, because it means that these circuits shouldn't interfere with each other if you do them just right. And yes, you can do them backwards or whatever. It does not matter the orientation. As long as they all work like this and all the circuits are connected, then it will work. Now, you may see one problem with this, and that's, well, wouldn't this redstone activate this piston? And I'll show you. What did I do wrong here? Oh. That. So, it broke. Now, what do you do when your redstone circuit breaks? You see what happened, and you fix it. Now, in this case, the observers were brought alongside with them. So, I already showed you what we do when that happens. We move the circuit to loop around. Like that. And now we're going to want to do that with the other side too. There. And there. Now, looks like we've sorted out all the kinks, right? Well, let's see. We have. That means that we did a job well done. And a job well done is a job well done. Now, if you've been following this tutorial, you may be wondering, how did I get here? That was a lot of cuts. Well, it's really simple, actually. The purple circuit, all it does is connect up these circuits to a lever. You just gotta make sure all the separate circuits are connected. You might want that, though, to increase the signal strength. Also, kind of gives it a cool look, but they are not mandatory in any way. You may also be wondering if there's the floor here and the floor here, then won't it be kind of ugly to see all this redstone here? And that's why I propose wrapping the redstone up and around. And if you're really annoyed by that part, then you can put that like that. And here you have a 4x4 piston door. In Minecraft Bedrock Edition. But it doesn't really look that good now, does it? And if we put blocks on these, then we would have to break some of these circuits, wouldn't we? That is a problem now, isn't it? A problem that should be fixed. And there is a solution to that problem. I'm not going to leave you here without a solution. It does require some slightly complicated reworks of the circuit. Editor Kitty here. No, it doesn't. You could just put the decorative blocks on the other side of the door, and it would work perfectly fine. Let me show you. In the video, I do this dumb thing where I put these on this side, despite this being the side where all the circuits link up. It could be done so much easier. And I'll show you that way now. Oh, I was being so I was very tired that day, okay? Don't blame me. I go on this whole thing where, like, you have to put the blocks on this side, despite it being the same side that all the circuits are on. No, you don't. You flat out don't. If you're only able to put the cool looking blocks on one side anyway, this side works perfectly fine. It works perfectly fine. You could just move the lever circuit around to the other side, which, yes, I am too lazy to show you how to do. Back to your regularly scheduled video. Let's just say orange wool for the door here. As some of y'all might know, it's my favorite color. You're gonna want to bend the circuit down and under to reach there. Then there. Over here. Yes. And put that on there to make sure that they don't interfere with each other. Then you can bend it down over here. Starting to get a little complicated now, isn't it? But also, circuit's kind of fizzling out by there, so bam. And that works for that chunk. Top chunks are a slight bit harder, but let's do the bottom chunks first, and then move on to the harder stuff. Now the top chunks, we run into the problem of when we retract it, it gets in the way of where we want this circuit to be. But we can't really... No, wait, no, we can. For the top circuits, we get into the problem of this block right here is where we want the circuit to be. So, to fix that, we want to wrap it around to the other side. Again, I know. It is, as far as I know, the best and most simplest way to do it. Like this, and put a repeater there to make sure the signal doesn't fizzle out. And now we test. And it works. Except for this side. That's because we haven't done this side yet. So let's just do that real quick. By the way, when you have a repeater here set to 0 ticks, then it will activate instantly, as if it's just redstone going through it. Except it will revive the signal strength for the next one. Test. Oh, I forgot to put the redstone here. So the little mistakes. Here you have a redstone door. Now comes the question of the backside, and as far as I know, on Bedrock Edition, you can't make it look good on the backside without spending so much space. This is the smallest 4x4 piston door that you can make. Which, yeah, it's kind of sad, but, you know, 4x4 piston door technology on Bedrock only came around, like, less than a year ago, as far as I can tell. So, we should be happy that we're even able to do this. That we live in a modern enough world where we can have 4x4 piston doors on Bedrock. And all thanks to a little nifty contraption I invented, known as the Bedrock double piston extender. And I trust that you all know Redstone enough after watching this video to know how to make a 3x3 piston door. That's a lie, I'm teaching you how to make a 3x3 piston door. It's actually much simpler than 4x4, believe it or not. All you need is one double piston extender here, and it hopefully shouldn't interfere with anything else, so that's the wrong block. So all you gotta do is just make one like normal. And in order to make it not stick to the observer up there and make my life and yours, if you're following this tutorial, much easier, we're gonna make it go down. Let's grab a lever. And power it. Now, we just want a bunch of pistons up here pushing out the rest of the blocks. Still gonna use the orange wool. Wrong side. There we go. And up for the top. Repeater there. And now 3x3 piston door. I should frame these off so that y'all can actually see that, yes, it does indeed work. And I'm not grasping at straws for this one. I before tried to make a 3x3 piston door without using this 4x4 contraption here. It sucked. Let me show you it now. I invented a monstrosity. But a monstrosity that works. And it's so loud. Requires many double piston extenders. From this side, it might look, you know, fine. It has like a spiral thingy and looks neat. Let me show you it from the side. I have to use a double piston extender to push this redstone block out 2 blocks. Double piston extenders to push a piston and a oak block down. And I have to use this huge contraption up here to get the redstone block to press in, then stop pressing and come out, so that this block right here, so that these blocks can activate these pistons to function with that double piston extender. And I had to use a cop flop followed by an observer, whatever those things are called that turn a signal into the tick signal, so that pulls this up. This right here. Then the rest of the blocks being pushed in really aren't that complicated. Like, those three on the side, the one on the top, those three, and this one. It's all about the middle block. Almost the entirety of the redstone up here you see for the middle block. I will have a download if you want to download the structure file for this thing here. It's not the only thing. I found a way to create something, I don't know how, even smaller, which, like, it works. So this lever activates this redstone and then does the 2-tick thing to this observer, but it also activates down here, and I have to have this block one block down so it doesn't accidentally activate this one too early and before it's pushed out, and yeah. Then there's this, which vault. This basically works with just some double piston extenders pulling these middle blocks to the side, and all the outer blocks are just being pushed in with normal pistons. It's more complicated than you'd think. Then here we have not exactly the 4x4 piston door I showed you earlier. One that's much less reliable. Because you decided to use vertical double piston extenders up here instead of just using more double piston extenders off to the side. Which, idiot move, by the way. Don't do it. Don't do it. It sucks. Just do the way I showed you the first time. But yes, I will have a structure file for this in the description. Same thing for the vault door over there. So yeah, the wonderful, wonderful world of double piston extenders. With that, I will see all of you in my next video, where, I don't know, if this video does well enough, I might do some more redstone stuff. I have some useless machines planned, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.